Yes, this is coming in right now. This is breaking news. So go ahead, Jordan. What is the breaking news all about? What's going on over here?
So breaking news. This is coming from Pontiac, Michigan. This story came out on Sunday, and I saw it on Facebook, and now it's exploding. And this is from my hometown, Pontiac. So there's a woman in Pontiac. She has kids, and we found out that she was arrested. That she has been leaving her kids in her apartment for 5 years, for 4 to 5 years, ever since the 2020. So what she would do is she at about 2021 she have left the kids and then don't know where she's living at, and she'll come either once a day to give them food and supplies and everything. So the kids are in there, they're not bathing. They got pictures of there of feces all over the toilet, all over the tub and everything, and this disgusting. And this woman have kids. I'm telling you, she have kids. Left it in there for 4 or 5 years just for they could feed for themselves. Never went to schools or anything. And yeah, man, this is big. So go ahead, I can play the clip, and after that, we're gonna chop it up.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I found out about this on my way into work this afternoon, and there are no words. I mean, this is absolutely horrific. This is by far, I think, one of the worst stories we've ever covered here at Fox 2. And I want to warn everybody out there that the details are very disturbing.
If you think about the horrific ads you see on TV to spur donations for animals that have been abused or are living in terrible conditions, multiply that by 10.
A horrible story of abuse and abandonment. Investigators say 3 kids were living in a condo on Lydia Lane in Pontiac for years, alone in horrific conditions.
There was garbage, trash piled 3 and 4 feet high, covered with feces all through the house. It doesn't look like the toilet or the bathtub had been usable or workable for quite some time, primarily because of the feces and trash. I don't think they had basic hygiene knowledge of what to do. They hadn't been given hygiene products for years, toothbrushes, etc.
A 15-year-old boy and 2 girls ages 12 and 13 in the House of Horrors since at least 2021, according to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Their mother or someone else would leave prepared food on the porch once a week.
They're in the house without any kind of guidance or basic hygiene or any kind of education for years.
The kids were discovered Friday. The landlord called police and asked them to do a welfare check because he had not heard from the mother since December.
We went to the house to check on what was going on there, and had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
Their 34-year-old mother arrested and being held at the Oakland County Jail. The children taken to an area hospital and are now in the care of a family member.
We showed up at the house. The young boy did have communication with the mom and said the police were there, and she said hide. When we took the kids out of the house, they had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long. They hadn't had any grooming. Incredibly disheveled and unkempt, hair very matted, filthy.
Authorities trying to figure out how this abuse went on for so long without anyone knowing about it.
It's pretty heartbreaking that the kids would have to live under those conditions. People just kind of get in their car and go. Another of my neighbors, we were just talking today, and she said to me, she says, look at all this snow. I don't see anybody out helping each other, shovel each other's snow. So I think people are just kind of just doing their own thing now and just kind of going in their places and closing the doors.
It's still just so incredibly hard to believe that these kids were in this condo for so many years, never seeing the sunlight, never trying to leave. They were apparently spending their time watching TV and playing games, not in school. We know that they had been enrolled in Pontiac schools years ago, but what happened? Why did they fall through the cracks? And it just, I mean, it's mind-boggling. The girls that we talked about, ages 12 and 13, the sheriff says they were sleeping on pizza boxes, old pizza boxes. A lot more to come on this story, but just absolutely heartbreaking. Reporting live, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, heartbreaking doesn't even begin to describe it. It's deplorable, it's despicable, it's disgusting. And I think it's really poignant what this woman said at the end of your piece, that people maybe aren't paying attention to the sheriff address, anything in that realm, that folks need to maybe think a little more about what's happening next door and speak up if they see anything suspicious, so something like this doesn't have to go on for so long.
Yeah, you know, I talked to another neighbor, and she'd only lived there since September, and she said she never heard anything, saw anything, smell anything. You know, those condos are so close together, but I think that, you know, it makes us pause and just think how busy we all are in our own lives. But maybe we need to think, if we never see anyone coming and going, and maybe if we see, you know, people did see that food being dropped off on at that porch, that maybe we need to start asking more questions and start figuring out what's going on if something doesn't seem right. But I mean, why these kids were basically, they were locked in there for at least 4 years. I mean, like you said, this story is, it's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, man, this is disgusting. Coming from my city, this is disgusting, man. This is very, very disgusting. But go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
This is the world we live in today. Nobody cares. Prime example. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a crap about the kids. Nobody gives crap about the neighbors. Nobody gives crap about anything. And that's a problem. Like, we live in a heartless America. The point, I remember growing up, at every point I remember going outside, everybody used to say, "Hey, good morning" to one another. Everybody knew who their neighbors were. Now we live in a society today, people don't even know who's staying next door to someone, especially like to a monster like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to me, when it comes to kids, I get really, really passionate about, because they're in our future. But that's why I keep telling people, I blame the men. I know people like blame the woman. No, I blame the men, because they continue to lead their kids in these poor conditions. If you know the mom is not fit to take care of them kids, you as the man supposed to take care of your responsibility and get them kids, and you shelter them. Don't leave it all into the mother's hands. Sometimes these women in their mind, they really sick, mentally sick. They can't do it. To me, I get really. I'm trying to be very, very careful, because I don't want us to get a copyright strike. But it's sad to see, man. Go ahead, Hakeem, man. This shit crazy.
Let's unpack this from another way. The lady made a decision that ultimately affect everybody. Now, men don't control the kids. The women do. 9 out of 10 times they get custody. So the point is, where did, in a point where it got bad? That's what I want to know. Why couldn't you just put the kids up for adoption if you know you couldn't take care of them? And the fact that they returned them back to a family member makes it seem like there is no worse. The family members had to know what was going on for it to got to this point, because they would say, you know, I'm family, and I'll be asking for my nieces and nephews. Hey, where they at? Where they been at? So for this to go years on now, and the mother to leave that, she's a disgrace. She's filth. Some people ain't deserve to have kids. There's people out here who want kids bad, can't even have
Correct.
children. But you're blessed to have 3, but you was living in a whole nother way. If you can't take care of them, there's a bunch of people who would take care of them. Sometimes it's better off to put them in foster care than leave them with monsters.
And I'm afraid, why they didn't show the image of the woman? Show the image of the woman.
We need to put it out there.
I have that in the back. I have, and the thing is, fellas, like I said, I know this woman. I've been to high school with this woman, and never in my mind that she would do something like this. And I know, like, and the thing is, it's like, if you, and I'm thinking about the relatives and everything, like, it's been 4 or 5 years that you haven't seen them, and so she has to be lying about her relatives, about where the kids are and everything. And also, this is in Pontiac, Michigan, right? So when it means like when there's neighbors, you know, not knowing and everything, because I know where this area is at and everything. So in that area, you know, people kind of really mind their business and everything, and especially if, you know, they don't see anything, people coming in and out and everything in an apartment. So and the thing is like, I kind of questions, like, when she left food there, it's like, you know, why didn't nobody see something and everything? And the thing is about it, fellas, it's like, if you go into the relatives, it's like, her father is a pastor. And my thing is just like, yo, if you know, how do you it just tells me like how is the pastor raising a daughter to do stuff like this and not asking where your grandchildren is at and everything. This is very beyond despicable. It's sanity. You know, me being a father, it really hurts my soul to see kids, you know, be in a house for years. Dirty, we're talking about dirty clothes, feces all over the floor. This, oh man, this is so disgusting. So disgusting, man. I hope they really, really locked her up because she's trash for this. Straight up trash for this. This is crazy.
Yeah, it is, and this is, man. I was like, man, I really want to go in my bag, but I'm trying to be very careful. But and Hakeem talking about putting them up for the doctrine. No, they can't put them up for the doctrine. Why should they? They getting a welfare check every month.
Hey man, it's better. It's better to do that than people who are not going to.
I'm getting a check every month. I don't need to do nothing. If I'm getting a check every month, I'll keep them in a poor environment. The school system doesn't care. They didn't even look at where the kids been for all those years.
Yeah.
The downfall of America. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for being here. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio on this exclusive breaking news. We over and out. Peace.